Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. I'm reading for Virgo energy for May. So the reading may resonate, it may not. It's going to resonate more strongly, I assume, if you have a lot of Virgo placements or you resonate strongly normally with Virgo energy. I would say though, when I do these readings where I kind of predict into the future, because I'm doing this reading in April for May, I find that they don't always resonate in the moment when you first watch them, but if you come back to them, they can resonate very strongly. So maybe if it doesn't resonate at first, kind of check back in kind of like later in May, kind of mid-May, in the, towards the end, and just see how it's resonating for you. And things can resonate in really funny ways as well. So when I saw Throne and Dragon, I was thinking about one of my spirit guides, who is this kind of plutonic guardian, which is really funny because you've got guardian underneath throne there. It's this kind of protective guardian energy for me, and it does represent my my animus. So if you know Jung philosophy, this kind of all the things, all the parts of yourself that you feel like you can't be, become your anima or your animus, and then that becomes kind of almost like a protective alter ego for you. It's very, very normal. It's very natural. Everybody kind of has it to some extent. It's philosophy, it's psychology. So check that out if you're more interested in hearing that. But it's kind of like a little bit like your shadow side, right? It doesn't feel like it's how you should be, but it can be very empowering because it connects you to a part of your personality that you suppress. So that could be going on for you. But then I was like, I could take it literally and be like, it's the House of the Dragon, guys. It's just season 2 of House of Dragon. Like something about that. I mean, maybe that you're watching House of the Dragon, I don't know. Also, the funny thing is the dragon energy I often connect with kind of when through meditation on a beach. The beach is my beach, and there's a cave on it, and the cave is where the dragon is. But I was kind of getting this beach energy naturally because that's what these cards talk to me about. And then one of your songs actually mentions beaches. So it's Black Coffee by All Saints. She's talking about being, on the shore, like night swimming on the beach, like all this kind of stuff. So I just thought that was funny. And it made me think of the scene in House of the Dragon. I'm not going to do too many spoilers, but there's a scene with, what is his name? Rhaenyra and Matt Smith's character on the beach, which is quite a significant scene. It's a very dark scene. It's hard to see what's going on, and I feel like that protects our eyes from that scene. But there could be something like that. Maybe you're going to have like a little bit of a lover's tryst on a beach in May. I love that for you, Virgos. And I don't know, but yeah, very, very protective, that dragon energy. Dragon throne. It's very powerful energy. So we'll kind of see what that means as we lean into your reading more and start to pull cards. You've also got Unbelievable by EMF. Maybe you think someone's unbelievable. You're like, oh my God, this person's so unbelievable. I can't stand them. Or maybe it's kind of like a breathtaking, like, you're unbelievable. Oh my God, you blow my socks off energy. Take it as it resonates. As I was putting the cards away, I normally start to get messages for the next reading. I was getting a lot of Leo stuff, which is funny because I've just come from Leo's reading. So somebody could definitely be Leo, Virgo cusp, or dealing with a Leo or something like that. But you got the Lion card and the Starfish card, which is, the Starfish is kind of like the Leo energy is often kind of a leadership. It's a very showy energy. It's kind of like, I've been getting a lot of like the Greatest Showman coming through. So maybe you know somebody who's a bit of a showman, but with the starfish is like reward and recognition, stretching yourself, going for opportunities, which ties in with Leo's reading a lot. But also you got the sun originally on the underlying when I was first kind of like tidying up the cards, and the sun is the Leo's card. So again, if you've got Leo placements, or you're really feeling that Leo energy in May, which is like maybe you're feeling like you're getting reward and recognition, you feel like you're getting success, there's opportunities coming up for you. If you're feeling that, I want to say make it while you've got it. Like the sun may be shining on you in May, and so if you feel like anything good's happening, kind of make the most of it. It's kind of like make hay while the sun shines kind of energy. If you're feeling like you're embodying that kind of Leo confidence, kind of use it while you've got it. So what else do I have? Black coffee could be significant. I do know a Virgo who drinks black coffee. And what else? There I'll be waiting. I know inside I love you. I wouldn't want to be anywhere else but here. So again, this moment of kind of like really maybe being in love or really just appreciating the moment. You know, like I wouldn't want to be anywhere else from, I wouldn't want my life to be different. I wouldn't want to be anyone else. I wouldn't want to be with anyone else. This, like this moment right here right now is perfect. So you could have a moment like that in May. Just really appreciating the here and now. With that beach imagery, I was also kind of getting The Craft. I kind of had a flash of the movie The Craft, you know, where they're all around the bonfire and they've all got their hands up in the air. And then I was really drawn to the clothing that they wear. They have that kind of like 90s witchy gothic kind of long skirts, big boots clothing. So somebody could wear this. I'm seeing a lot of crows all of a sudden. Crows again was significant in Leo's reading. My right ear's ringing now though. My left ear was ringing in Leo's reading. It's left for love and it's right for spite. So I don't know if somebody's saying something bad about you or if you're saying bad things about someone else, but it's like be careful because the crows know, right? It's like spirit sees everything. So karma comes back to you. If you're speaking bad things, you know, that's bad karma for yourself. So just watch out for that. Yeah, The Craft. Yeah, I was really drawn to the clothing. So somebody could dress like that. You could be really embracing that style of clothing. This ringing in my ear is driving me mad. It's getting louder. All your exes. So if you are really in, oh my god, it's like really trying to get my attention. I can't believe how loud this ringing in my ear is going. I don't normally get ringing in my ear, so it's unusual and it's very loud and it's increasing volume. So I don't know what that is for you. I don't know if there's something trying to get your attention in May and you really shouldn't ignore it. But yeah, the song All Your Exes by Julia Michaels. This made me laugh. Maybe you know somebody called Julia or Michael. But it's a bit of a jealous song. You know, it's like really loving someone, but being really jealous about the people that they've been with in the past. So I'm just going to read some of the lyrics to you. It says, so it starts off quite nicely, and this is kind of my approach as somebody who studied humanities, right? It's like, you know, people are who they are because of the story that got them here. It's like if they hadn't had that past, they wouldn't be the same person that you're in love with right now. So that's my approach. But she says, I know where you've been, what you've done. Who you loved is part of who you are. But that maturity ship sails when I hold you in my arms because there's a spot on your chest just for me. It's personally addressed, and anyone there before me should be a criminal offence. When your friends tell stories about 2017, I know there's parts that they leave out to be considerate of me. I wish I could be blissfully unaware of where you used to put your mouth and who you write your fucking songs about. I want to live in a world where all your exes are dead. I want to kill all the memories that you save in your head. Be the only girl that's ever been in your bed. I want to live in a world where all your exes are dead. I want to live in a world where there's no exes at all. Like you were waiting for me to be the first thing you fall for. The only girl that's ever been in your bed. I want to live in a world where all your exes are dead. Please don't tell me if I accidentally stumble into something that reminds you of her. No, I don't need your previous logistics, where you spent your last Christmas. Spare your past life specifics. Oh, and when your friends tell stories about 2023, I hope they hardly can recall there was a you without me. So I wish I could be blissfully unaware of the history in your couch and who you sing all your who your songs all used to be about. So it's yeah, she's very jealous. And then she says, you tell me not to worry, I'm the only thing you see. Well, yeah, I fucking better be. And she's got them all his exes accurately demonized. So yeah, very possessive, very jealous. And it's that idea of like, who are you thinking about? Are you thinking about me at all times, or are you thinking about, you know, like when you touched her? Are you thinking about when you like? It's kind of controlling. It's kind of toxic. It's not good. The song itself is a very comedy take on it. It's kind of her acknowledging these kind of toxic parts about herself, and again, your dragon can be your shadow self, so you may need to examine your shadow self right now. Your shadow may be taking the throne in your life, which means that you're actually out of control, so watch out for any jealous tendencies. Try to acknowledge them and kind of like acknowledge them for what they are and kind of like make them into a joke, have some humor around it, be like, oh my god, I'm so jealous, like what you're doing to me, but don't let that rule you, I think. And yeah, maybe go and check out that song. It's got a very funny video to it. again, it's kind of toxic, but in a kind of humorous way. So I don't know. I don't like jealousy in relationships. I think there's healthy jealousy, that jealousy of like, I love you so much, you know, I kind of want you to always be with me, that kind of thing. But yeah, I think when it's impacting the relationship in a negative way, that's a really bad thing. Also the combination of those two songs, so I wouldn't want to be anywhere else but here. I don't know if the jealousy is on your side or perhaps on a partner's side, but I want to say the other partner is reassuring, you know, I wouldn't want to be anywhere else but here right now with you, right? This is the moment, this is my perfect moment with you. Leona Lewis, another Lion reference. Never ending story. Okay, so there is something that's repeating for you. There is something that's going round and round and round. Something that you need to break out of. It probably is something to do with your own personal shadow, your own healing that needs to be done. So again, if you've got any kind of insecurities, if perhaps, you know, you've been cheated on in the past and, you know, every time you enter a new relationship, you're scared that that person's going to cheat on you, and then it manifests because it's like what you think about, you bring about. Not that I'm victim blaming or anything like that, but it's almost like sometimes you can speak things into existence. It's kind of like, you know, say you're over possessive with your partner and, you know, you're always scared that they're going to cheat on you, so you kind of treat them like they've done that without them having actually done anything. You know, they can start, you know, that partner can be like, well, do you know what, if I'm guilty until, you know, guilty until proven innocent, and you already think I've done it, then I might as well do it. So sometimes your own behavior can kind of manifest things in that way. I don't want to, again, victim blame or anything like that, but, you know, you want to watch out for your own tendencies in that way. But you could also feel like you're stuck in a never-ending cycle where, you know, you just can't get out of something. Let me have more on that, please. Orphaned. Oh, yeah. Abandonment issues. Yeah. Virgos, you need to do some shadow work in May because you've got some abandonment issues coming up, some ugly duckling issues. You really need to find that inner confidence, because yeah, there's some not good stuff here, Virgos, coming up for you. Chop wood. Feel a bit bored too, perhaps, with chop wood. Yeah, just abandonment issues. And it's something that's going to keep triggering for you until you deal with it. So you can't just deny that you've got this. If this is jealousy for you, if this is, you know, possessiveness for you, and it could be you to others or others to you, flip it and reverse it if needs be. It's coming from a place of insecurity, right? And it's gonna have roots. It's, you know, if you go back, it's gonna have roots in something, and you need to address that, because you're never going to break out of that pattern until you do the work. And part of that is admitting it, right? Even if you admit it in a funny way and write a song about it. I don't know. I don't know. Virgos. Okay, this is better. This is a better energy. So the energy that you should be embodying in May is coming out of bad situations with lessons learned, right? Understanding that you're not in those old situations anymore. The dragonfly is a beautiful energy. It's kind of like the butterfly, if you know butterfly symbolism. It's symbolism of growth and rebirth and becoming beautiful, right? After, you know, having a bit of a past where you had to kind of crawl on the ground. So this kind of beautiful symbolism of kind of becoming a better version of yourself. But with the dragonfly, and you've got dragon energy twice. This is interesting to me because I've been picking up on dragon energy. The dragonflies are often born in a swamp, right? They're born in a stagnant environment, and you feel stagnant with chop wood and never ending story. There is some, oh, you've got here and now, right? I wouldn't want it. Oh, new life as well. Like here and now, new life. It's like a change in perspective on the here and now, something like that. Like embracing the here and now. You feel like you're exactly where you need to be, right? Because you're learning lessons in this. So if there's some stagnancy in your life, there's something about it's like it's the perfect environment for you to grow. It's like it's providing what you need, right? It's like I'm getting like almost like smelting pot, because you're going to go up, right? You're going to go up into this dragonfly energy, which is this beautiful, unique, I think dragonflies are a very unique kind of insect, like iridescent, like powerful with the dragon energy, like powerful, like you're becoming this really good version of yourself through coming out of an environment or a past that has been kind of stagnant and dank and kind of not great. Because sometimes that drives us, right? Sometimes that drives us because we don't want to go back there, so it drives us forward. And with the otter as well, the otter's looking for a playmate. The otter's looking for a good time. The otter's looking to have fun. You know, the otter is kind of like, it's a playful companion, friendly energy. So yeah, you're looking for people who you're coming out of something and looking to have some fun. You're coming out looking really good, wanting to have some fun. So I love that. It's a good energy. Interesting about all this dragon energy that's coming through for you. Okay, what else do we have going on for Virgos, please? Virgos for May. Okay, that's too many. Didn't mean to take all the cards. January. Something could have happened in January that felt like a deep freeze for you. Again, you feel like that's something about your past, right? It could be recent past, it could be older past, but it's yeah, it's coming through like deep freeze, like a period of inaction, a period where life slowed down for you or became like walking through a bog. Could have happened in January, or you could be dealing with somebody with a January birthday, so that is Capricorn, Aquarius. Tiger, doing something risky and taking a chance. Eagle, triumph over troubles and obstacles. So yeah, you are going in the right direction with Eagle, right? You are triumphing over the difficult periods. You may be doing something a bit risky. You may be taking a chance. You know, with that kind of dragon tiger energy, it is quite it's quite fierce. You could be very fierce, you know, in May. Egg, something assured with good plans and hard work. Just be careful, because the tiger's almost a threat to the egg, right? The egg is something that is again, it's like it's being nurtured, right? It's being nurtured by the stagnancy, and the stagnancy is consistency and routine in this instance. So the routine, the dependability, the consistency, the sustainability is maintaining the environment this egg needs to hatch in. But if you do something risky that makes that go out of whack, it's gonna kind of like damage this opportunity for you. It's almost like I've had robins just right outside my kitchen window, where kind of like the sink is, where the sink kind of like drains out, and the drain got blocked. But these robins, this robin had like 4 eggs, and she was raising them, and I was kind of like watching her do this, and I was like, I don't want to go out and unblock the drain because I knew that those robins were kind of like getting really big and ready to fly the nest. I was like, I don't want to go out and unblock the drain and kind of like scare them. So luckily, again, I've had this real divine timeline playing up off in my life. They you know, within a day after me noticing the drain needed unblocking, the robins had left the nest, so I was able to kind of like go out and get that task done, or a Virgo was on my behalf. Yeah, it was, it's funny, that it's really funny. So this idea of like the swamps, whatever that swamp's representing for you, whatever the stagnancy is for you, it is representing an ideal environment for something. So you don't want to do anything rash or sudden that will kind of impact that. What else do we have for Virgo in May? April. So I'm in April now while I'm doing this reading. Perch, waiting for news package letter. Isn't that funny? Isn't that funny? The egg. Success assured with good plans and hard work. And then it matures right into the bird, waiting for news, package, and letter. And then it's like, then it's fully grown, right, with that eagle energy. April. So something could be happening in April for you that's impacting May. You could also be dealing with somebody with an April birthday. So I'm going to have a second to think out what that is. So we're going Aries, Taurus, I think. And then teapot, deep friendship with somebody of the same sex. It's funny, you've got black coffee and tea. So a lot of stuff for you. I mean, you are on the lookout for a friend, right? So the teapot, the friend, a relationship with someone of the same sex could be what you're looking for right now. Maybe taking a chance with this. But you feel in the mood to take a chance. It just has this right timing thing. It's like something about the eagle and the dragonfly, and the tiger, right? Because the dragon and the tiger, it's like this kind of fierce energy. There's something about the importance of allowing something to stagnate, because it's the ideal situation it needs for the eggs to hatch, like the dragonfly, right? Like they're born from eggs. So you don't want to disturb this stagnant environment too soon. You want to wait until, you know, maybe he's talking about children, right? Until the children are old enough to be able to fly the nest and kind of fend for themselves before you shake up a stagnant environment. It could be something like that. A little bit worried about tiger. I feel like it's time dependent, right? You don't want to, because it's risky, right? It's risky, it's taking a chance, and you don't want to do that if the timing's wrong. Just be careful of that if that's a knee-jerk reaction to the stagnancy. You want to be the wise tiger, right? You want to suss out the situation first. You want to get your timing right. You know, like if a tiger's pouncing on the prey and they jump too soon, you know, or they don't jump at the right time, it can startle the prey, and this prey can kind of like, you know, they hear the rustle and they dart off. So it's like, you know, you don't want to kind of like, or like a souffle. I don't know why it's coming through like a souffle. You know, like a souffle, you have to get it out of the oven at the right time. If you get it out too often or you open the door too much, it sinks. So you've got to let something bake. In the stagnancy, though, it's like fermenting or something. It's like, you know, like the fermentation process is important. Excuse me. So I'm thinking of things like cheese, right? Like cheese and wine and like cider. Like I've been drinking this kefir drink as well. That's fermented. But it's like, if I take kefir as an example, it's the fermentation process makes it better, right? It's like because it's like gut health. It's like good for your gut, like if you have fermented things. But if you were like, ooh, that milk's off, I'm going to throw it away, you would never get the benefit of the fermented product. So it's like something about allowing that environment to stagnate, because there's an end goal to the stagnation. It's this thing about eggs as well, like the dragonfly eggs, the bird's eggs. So it's like you have an urge with chopped wood. It's almost like you have an urge to clean it up. See, she's sat on an egg as well, right? And then she's cracking out of the egg. Like comes to the edge. It's like birds as well, right? The bird's taking the first leap into flying. But it's like the new life is in the here and now. It's like the new life is in the stagnancy. It's like in the swamp. It's not somewhere else. Okay, Virgos. I just need to check my phone, actually. I just need to keep an eye on the time. So, just don't want to sit twisted in my chair. I just need to readjust. So what is Virgo's energy, please, for May? Tell me, identify Virgo, please, in May. Identify Virgo in May. Identify Virgo in May, please. Nope. Okay, King of Swords and Eight of Materials. Yeah, no, you need to use your brain here. You're being very logical. Again, it's got this like this time management aspect to it, or again, this idea of like letting something mature, like having the knowledge and the wisdom and the foresight to let something mature, because the Eight of Pentacles is bringing something to its peak, right? It's like bringing something to its perfect like its ideal outcome, right? It's like something needs time in order to be perfected. This is the literal meaning of Eight of Pentacles. So Eight of Pentacles is like you do it over and over again and you master it. So for example, I've been taking driving lessons, and I've not done many. The first one I just went round in circles and then started doing figure eights, and then I switched direction. And then it's like the next time I kind of did a bit of reversing, then I kind of like went out onto the road a bit. It's just a really quiet residential street. Well, I say it's quiet, but I went there today and it's kind of a bit overcast, a bit wet and damp, and I was like, oh good, at least there won't be many dog walkers. There was so many dog walkers, and there was so many like cars and delivery trucks, and it was like so busy, but it was good because it's like every single time I've got, like the first time I got in a car, I didn't even know how to turn it on. I didn't know how to make it go. Obviously, I knew there was like an accelerator, but it's like I didn't know how fast it was going to move. I didn't know how much I had to turn the steering wheel. And now I'm getting like, I'm doing kind of like, you know, the parking where it's like you have to line it up and then you have to like reverse out of it into another space, like kind of like parallel parking type of thing. It's not parallel parking, but it's kind of like, you know, the angles, and doing things that are more complex and driving a little bit faster on real roads. So it's like, because I keep doing it, I'm growing in confidence and I'm getting better at it, and that's kind of the thing. And then with the King of Swords, it's coming in with all this logic. Now it's really interesting because this is typically Aquarius, and you are an earth sign, but while you're an earth sign, you're ruled by Mercury, and Mercury is an analytical energy. So you are a very, very analytical sign. If you think about the counterpart sign, Gemini, which is an air sign, you know, think about that kind of like kind of how is this coming through? Like a very alive mind, and you're coming through with a similar kind of like, I know Virgos can get so stuck in their heads and so analytical and like so kind of like really over analyzing the details of a situation, but this is kind of like this is getting out of that and kind of having that clear thinking, that clear vision, where you're seeing the whole wood. You're not just seeing the individual trees, right? You're seeing the bigger picture here over something there's time involved, right? So bigger picture over this thing that's kind of like evolving over time. So you're actually coming through with both cards. So what I've been doing is, say for example this card came out, I'd say this is your energy. I want to say this is your energy, so I'm going to read this deck as you, because this feels more situational. So I'm going to read this deck as situational, this deck as your energy. Okay, so I've got the Lightseers Tarot and the Muse Tarot by Chris Ann mixed in together, and we're going to do your reading. I'm doing sort of beginning to end of May, so there's a bit of a timeline, and then emotions, thoughts, and action space for you. And again, depending on the deck, tells me if it's you or if it's situational. Okay, I'm just going to pull all the cards and then we'll kind of analyse them. Not taking those, that's kind of come out too much. Okay, let's just get them all out and then I'll kind of analyse. Thoughts for Virgo? Yeah, you've definitely got this Leo energy around. Again, if it's take it if it's available to you, if this is your own energy, if it's an aspect of your chart or just an aspect of like where the sun is in your sign at the moment. It's whatever's lighting up for you, kind of like lean into it, like take advantage. Maybe that's why the tiger's here, because you tend to be a planner, you tend to be a slow moving energy. Virgo, you tend to be a little bit like I want to think about this. Oh yeah, and the Fool just came out and fell on the floor. I don't think they want it as part of the spread, but they're confirming for me that there may be some kind of window, like a window where you feel this burst of kind of fire energy, and you feel suddenly like a tiger, like you want to kind of do something. It could be that it is the perfect timing, so maybe take advantage of that, but kind of look before you leap, I want to say. but don't get stuck in your own thoughts, because sometimes Virgos will miss the boat because they've thought too much about it. Libras too, kind of the next sign along. So I've seen a lot of other readers saying that you're going into a very lucky cycle, Virgo. I've seen a little bit of that here, but okay. Yeah, there you are, stuck in your own head. Okay. Let me just shuffle one more time and we'll see what the underlying card is for you. 5 materials. Okay, what is going on for you here? So I'm just adjusting slightly. I feel like you could be seeing something online that's having an emotional impact on you. I feel like it could be in regards to somebody who's Queen of Inspiration energy. So it's external energy to you. So this is another person, right? It could be that Leo energy I'm picking up on, could be Sagittarius, doesn't have to be either of those signs. You're feeling impacted at the start of the month by something that's going on. I want to say it's online, or it's something to do with what's going on in the world. It could also be a cycle that's closing out that you are, I want to say, feeling empathetically, because it's not showing as your energy, it's showing as external. So there's something impacting you emotionally due to either something closing out, something ending, something online. I want to say it could be something to do with like something you see on the internet, because it's followed by the Three of Cups, and the Three of Cups can indicate, you know, your friends, your social group, your community. So it could be something about an online community. And again, you're really feeling this. And I want to say there's something about, because it moves into the Three of Cups, and the Three of Cups is like feeling supported by others, feeling like, you know, you've got other people's back, they've got your back, you're all feeling, you know, it's like good vibes with friends. It can also indicate some kind of celebration. It's like something to go cheers over. So I want to say it could be something like you've seen the same signs on of something online, and it is impacting you emotionally. I want to say that you feel quite stable emotionally, but then you feel like you have some kind of opportunity coming in. It's like you have something to offer. You have something to offer. You want to make someone some sort of offer. You want to, I'm hearing put your money where your mouth is in some sort of way. You want to put your money where your mouth is. But obviously this is like emotionally, it's like coming from the heart. So, right, so you're in your thoughts, this Queen of Inspiration. So you're thinking about this person or this way of being. So it could be an individual. It could be kind of a kind of an archetype based on a lot of different people. But it's this kind of, and again, it could be like your anima, right? So it's like Queen of Inspiration is Queen of Wands, and it's somebody who's very vivacious, somebody who's very magnetic, very compelling. I'm hearing funny. It could be somebody who's very funny, and this person's in your head, they're in your thoughts at the beginning of the month. Now I don't know why. It could be that this person's very attractive to you. This could be somebody that is a love interest for you. You did have that coming through in the songs, this idea of like, I wouldn't want to be anywhere else but here right now. Like, and again, if you are in a relationship with somebody who is like Queen of Inspiration energy, Queen of Wands, they're very attractive. They're very much like the honey that attracts the bees, right? I mean, flowers that attracts the bees, I guess. They really can be the center of attention. They can have a lot of love interest. They can have a lot of people around them because they are vivacious and funny and attractive. It's like people want to talk to them, right? People gravitate towards them, which can make you feel a little bit jealous perhaps, because you know, this person's getting a lot of attention and you want their attention. So there could be something like that going on. This person could be having some success at this time as well. But yeah, you see them in your head. It's like they're in your head, right? It's really funny, these crows peck in your head. It's like the way you're showing up in the physical, like your actions, is this Five of Swords energy. So there could be some verbal conflict, there could be some difference of opinion, there could be some arguments around you, and this is in your physical environment. This isn't imagined, this is like something that you're dealing with. So you're dealing with like arguments, conflict, different, can be like a difference of opinion, difference of ideas, which is creating some kind of conflict. You could feel like you've got too many people in your head at the moment, like you just, you know, you just need a bit of quiet time kind of thing to do that analysis. It could be something like spirit, you know, like you maybe you do receive a word from spirit and you just kind of like shut up. let me think. But again, with the King of Swords, you do feel like you've got quite clear thinking, quite clear thought, but your thoughts are regarding this Queen of Inspiration, whoever this is for you, and whether that is a person or an archetype. Then in the mid-month, with this Three of Cups energy that you're really feeling like you're really feeling connected to people. You have these open-hearted connections, and I want to say this is again someone showing up for you in your environment. Now it could be the same person, you're thinking of them a certain way, they show up for you in a different way. The Queen of Emotions, again, someone very, very open-hearted, is Cancerian energy. It doesn't have to be a Cancerian. It's somebody who has kind of like nurturing instincts normally. In the upright, at least, this is positive Cancerian energy. So it's somebody who's they have a lot of emotional awareness. They're very open with their emotions. They'll tell you how they feel. They're comfortable with how they feel. It doesn't have to mean anything. It doesn't have to go anywhere. It can just be, I think you're really attractive. You know, I want to be friends with you. I want to support you. I'm here for you. You know, whatever you want to do with that is your business. I'm good with how I feel. You know, I hope you're good with how I feel. It can be that kind of thing, right? But they're showing up because you're feeling it. The way you're receiving this person who's coming to you, heart on the sleeve, feelings on display, wanting to nurture, wanting to love you in some way, shape, or form. You are receiving it and feeling it as a very companionable energy to you. Again, you've got teapot deep friendship with someone of the same sex. So this could be somebody who is you know, a very, very good friend, you know, a very open-hearted, very empathetic, very you know, great listener. You know, they genuinely love you. They're generally interested in what you have to say. They want to nurture you. They want to support you. Really gorgeous energy. You can show up for people like this as well, Virgo. You tend to show up in a more practical way, more Pentacles energy, but you do carry that kind of nurturing energy as well. Like I love Virgos for that reason. So yeah, it's showing up as very, a very deep friendship, which is what we have here. I want to say that's what this is. For some reason, with the Four of Materials in your head, I mean, you could just be thinking about saving money. Maybe you want to go out on like a girls' trip or something. You want to go on a holiday, so you're saving money. How do I do this? The Four of Pentacles can also be like a blocked energy. It's things grinding to a halt. So it could be that you block this person, even though they're showing up for you really nicely and they feel like a friend. You could be thinking about blocking them. You're not blocking them. You're thinking about it. Or do you think that they've blocked you? You could think, no, because it's showing up as the other card. So you're thinking about, maybe you're thinking, will this person block me? Will this person want anything to do with me? I want to say they do. So then you want to, at the end of the month, you want to make an offer. And it's a real offer. It could be, hey, do you want to go on holiday together? It could be, I've got this idea, I want to get started on it. You know, it's a seed. You're offering somebody a seed that can be planted. So you're making an offer. It's there's weight behind it. It's not a pie in the sky. It's something that's, you know, you mean it. If you're making someone an offer, if it's an offer of time, you mean it. You're going to show up. This person, if you do feel like they're not responding to you, if you do feel like they've put you on silent or they're ignoring your calls or they've blocked you, I want to say there could be something going on where this person is very, very burdened. They're very burdened. They've got a lot of responsibilities. You're thinking about this. Maybe you're thinking about easing this person's responsibilities in some way. How can I help this person? They're showing us Nine of Inspiration. Now, this is the Wounded Warrior card. This is somebody who is, you know, they're having a rough time of it. Sometimes it's like the universe keeps knocking you down and you keep picking yourself back up and the universe knocks you down again. But the point of this is it's a period of your life where you're taught resilience, right? You're taught to chop wood, you're taught to just keep swimming, you're taught to be in the here and now and just like persevere, which is a huge and important and valuable tool to learn, you know, in our toolbox of life. The idea of like to have resilience and to have perseverance. So this person's persevering. They are coming through with this kind of beaten down, wounded warrior character, but they're not giving up, and that's really good. Now, for some reason, you are feeling betrayed at the end of the month with the Ten of Swords. You feel stabbed in the back. You feel betrayed. I want to say it could be a misunderstanding. If this person, who I want to say on some level, like, they come in with this really warm giving energy. They could be a bit hot and cold with the Queen of Inspiration, the Queen of Emotions. You know, they could be very open-hearted. They could be very passionate and wear their heart on their sleeve, but they could be dealing with some shit. And they may not be telling you that they're dealing with some shit, right? They may be keeping it hidden. They may just be getting on with it. In which case, if maybe they don't have time for you, not in a way that's like, oh, you're not important, but literally they've got so much that they're dealing with that they just can't make that window of time. They can't commit to that thing that you're asking them to commit to, because life keeps throwing them things and they've only got so much that they can handle. It could be something like that, and you're feeling betrayed and you're feeling hurt. I want to say it could be something like spirits leading you off in a different direction. Can you see with all the crows? It's like you've got spirit in your head. I want to say it's something to do with your own thoughts as well. You could be self-sabotaging with your own thoughts, you know, getting in your head, overthinking, thinking things that... Yes, tummy. Sorry, my tummy really rumbled then. I think it's the way I sit sometimes. I like compress my tummy. It's like maybe I need some more of that kefir drink, right? I've not actually had it for a couple of days. I keep meaning to buy it. Yeah, maybe look after your gut health, guys. If that's happening in a reading, it could be a gut health sign, you know, second chakra, third chakra. Yeah, you feel like you're being... I think your thoughts are taking you in the wrong direction, honestly. Because you feel like the door's been shut to you. You feel blocked. And then you have a decision point at the end of the month. So going into what we've got, April, May, June. Going into June, I feel like a decision point's coming up for you, where you're thinking about leaving a situation where there's nothing on offer, right? There's nothing. She's got back to that situation for a reason, because there's nothing there. So she's ready to go out and she's ready to explore the world. She's ready to take a vacation. She's plotting a holiday. She wants to get out and she wants to have some fun, because there's nothing in that old situation for her anymore. So I want to say there could be... Shush, Tommy! There could definitely be something about divine timing. It's funny, I was talking about like coming up out the swamp, right? Like the lily coming up out the swamp. Your reading's a little bit hard for me to read, honestly. I'm not quite sure what exactly is going on. Maybe it's going to be different for everybody, and maybe that's the thing. Maybe that's part of the reading. Maybe you're not quite sure exactly what's going on, so you're a little bit confused. It's like you're trying to read the situation and you can't, so you're overthinking it. So then you know, again with like the song, that jealousy song, it's like maybe you're reading too much into a situation and you're not giving someone the benefit of the doubt, or you're not letting that person explain. You're just, you know, your own worst fears of because you're walking away from a Queen of Cups, and the Queen of Cups is... It's almost like you've just not seen... Yeah, you've not seen her. That's what it is. You've not seen it. You've not seen it. Look at this. So you see how it's like... You know how I was saying it's like... This person is so stuck in their head, right? So stuck in their head that they've gone off. It's like they've gone off up here and then here. Can you see she's like walking on the beach here? Do you see this? It's like you've completely missed. It's like, oh, she's got birds around her as well. It's like that's what it is. You're so caught up in your own thoughts. You've just walked past this person. It could be a situation where you literally walk past someone because it's not that they're disguised, but it's like there's something, maybe they're wearing something in the hair, right? And you it's like it blocks the face and you just walk past them. It's almost like walking straight past a friend because, I don't know, they're drinking from a cocktail and it's got a big flower in it. You just don't, it obscures the face. You missed something. You missed something in May. You walk right past it and it's a Queen of Cups, right? It's like best friend, soulmate, soul tribe, soul family. Yeah, you miss it. Because it's not rose up out the swamp yet, right? It's not the right time for this to pop its head up. Because I want to say this person, they're dealing with something emotionally on a deep level, and they've got a lot of burdens. They could be keeping this hidden. Making me think someone else is reading. Someone else had a reading. It was like, could be Gemini, and it was like, you don't have to tell everybody what's going on. You can keep some things offline. I feel my tummy's about to rumble again. I'm sorry, guys. It's probably a burp. I'm going to pause. Okay, gross. So when I paused then, though, it was everything happens for a reason. It was 4554, and that was giving me, I feel like there could be some kind of mix-up. I don't know if you're mixing up dates. You know, the 4th of the 5th or the 5th of the 4th. If you're America, if it's like you're in England and America, England does day, month, year, and America does inexplicably month, day, year. Like, that makes any fucking sense. Americans sort your date system out. So yeah, there could be something where there's a misunderstanding because someone got the date wrong, or there was like, you know, the time got back to front or something like that. I feel like there's a misunderstanding, a miscommunication. It's almost like sliding doors or something. Can we get some advice? So this is the Goddesses and Angels Among Us decks. This is going to represent either the energy that you need to embody in May, so some tips for you of how to handle yourself in May. It can be somebody who's showing up for you, and you know, somebody who's manifesting these qualities in real life. It can also be like an angel, a spirit guide, or an ancestor guiding you from the other side, if that's how you want to take it. So do take it as it resonates and leave it if it doesn't. If it reminds you of somebody, that's great. If it's an energy you want to embody, that's great too. Virgo, you've got this feeling of something tugging at your head. It's like something's tugging at the back of your mind. Saint Lucy, clarity, faith and sight. Yeah, it's almost like your intuition's trying to tell you something or something. Goddess Kuan Yin, compassion, kindness, divine mercy. And Archangel Raguel, Raguel, sorry guys, relationship, healing, calm and harmony. Kindness, calm, harmony, all this nice compassion energy. Okay, so 30, Goddess Kuan Yin. Nope, wrong deck. Kuan Yin is the Buddhist Bodhisattva of compassion. Originating from East Asia, she had been adopted by many spiritual seekers and belief systems. Known as the Mother Mary of the East, she is an aspect of the Divine Mother and can be called upon whenever you require or desire motherly love, unconditional love, compassion and kindness. It is said that after reaching enlightenment and on hearing the cries of humanity, instead of slipping through the gates of heaven, she turned back and decided to stay and help. She is ready and waiting to answer your call. The Oracle, be kind and compassionate with yourself and others. Call on Kuan Yin for assistance with being more compassionate and kind towards others, self-love, mother healing or love, inner child healing, letting love in, divine mercy, divine compensation, karmic release. So I was saying there was something about abandonment issues, attachment issues, abandonment issues at the start of the reading that could come from childhood. So you may need to re-examine your own relationship with your own mother. You could have a great relationship with your mother, but it could have been like a one-off event that kind of gave you a bit of trauma, right? Even the best parents can traumatize their kids, guys. Like, it's normal for parents to traumatize their kids, and their kids have something to work through as they grow up. I'm making jokes like, if you had an awful relationship, an awful parent, I'm so sorry for that. But I'm just saying, like, no matter how you're coming at this, whether you had a great relationship with your parents or a terrible relationship with your parents, I'm hearing relationship. You know, there could be something there that needs looking at, is what I'm saying. And then embody the energy of Kuan Yin by choosing to help others over helping yourself, being compassionate and trying not to judge others. You don't know their story. Be kind to everyone you meet, loving yourself and knowing you are worthy of compassion and kindness from others and divine mercy. So do be aware, an aspect of Virgo energy is to be quite critical. And often Virgos can criticize the people they love the most because they want them to be the best, right? And so Virgos think they're encouraging when they're actually criticizing. So watch out for that. You know, watch out for, yeah, don't expect perfection in May. You know, don't expect the people around you to be perfect. You know, try, and I think you do love people, warts and all. I find that Virgos tend to adopt underdogs. You know, Virgos, because they're such a caring energy and they really want to nurture and you know, help people, they can kind of adopt waifs and strays. You know, so sometimes Virgos have some very odd friends who lead a lot of kind of work. But you know, and it's coming from a really good place, but I think sometimes Virgo has really high ideals of like what somebody could be, and so if somebody's not living up to those high ideals, it can really affect the confidence quite badly. You know, because it's like, I'm not good enough for Virgo, and Virgos can sometimes not realize that they're doing that because they think that they're doing good, right? So, but just watch out for it. Just watch out for that in yourself. I'm not saying you do that. I'm saying it's something that's associated with Virgo energy that you may or may not be wanting to look at. Very sensitive to criticism sometimes as well, Virgos. Archangel Raguel's name means friend of God. He is the angel of harmony, justice, and fairness, making him the perfect angel to call on whenever you are faced with any kind of trial or hoping for a fair and just outcome. I have to say, I like it because I'm kind of a straight to the point person. It does affect your confidence, but I think sometimes I'd rather somebody just tell me the truth and be like, oh, that wasn't good enough, do you want to try again, here's some tips and advice, than be like, you know, nice to your face and bitching behind your back. Like, I don't know, I kind of like it when people say it how it is. But again, Virgo can be a little bit glass half empty, a little bit pessimist, so just watch out for, you don't want to kind of knock people down, like, you know, just through that. I don't know. I'm going to carry on. Archangel Raguel brings an energy of calmness, helping you to feel safe and relaxed as you ask for and trust in the best and highest outcome for all. As the angel of redemption, call upon him if you need some grace and forgiveness. Archangel Raguel will also assist with clear speaking and communication. Seek the harmonious path. Ask and trust that all outcomes will be in alignment with the best and highest good of all. Call on Archangel Raguel for assistance with. This is very Libran. It's funny we're going into Libra next, and this feels very Libran. Feeling more harmony and peace in your life, facing any kind of trial, clear communication, both speaking and listening, creating an equal energy exchange of any kind, and making decisions. Embody the energy of Archangel Raguel by choosing the path of least resistance, choosing harmony and peace over being right, creating, I needed that last month, creates a harmonious environment in your home and workplace, trusting in karmic justice, knowing that you don't have to judge others, Virgo, let the universe look after it. Okay, there you go, let it go, let it flow, right? Don't worry your pretty little head about it, Virgos. That's a little bit condescending, but shut up, I love you. I've got to criticize you sometimes. You criticize me all the time. Right, Virgos, do take care of yourselves. Be careful about missing opportunities because you're seeing the worst in the situation. You're seeing things as glass half empty, and you could, I feel like it's a kind of month where you need to give people the benefit of the doubt, because I feel like there's some kind of misunderstanding here, and this person showing up as very good, right? Actually really very in alignment with you, showing up as like best friend energy. They're showing up as Queen of Wands and Queen of Cups. It could be two different people as well as three people on this card. You know, they're showing up as queens. So they are, these are good people, good energy to have around you. If you're too much in your own head and you're maybe you've got a little bit of ugly duckling syndrome going on. It's like, you know, these two gorgeous women, right? Maybe you're feeling a bit small, maybe you're feeling a bit like the ugly duckling in a situation, and you're not seeing yourself as the third queen because you know you are the third queen. You're the Queen of Pentacles, right? So I mean that's typically Capricorn. I'm just saying, like, you know, um you are on the level, right? You just have different qualities and different things to offer. So just because the ugly duckling didn't fit in with the cute little fluffy yellow ducklings, didn't mean that you couldn't be a swan, right? It's like, don't try and be something you're not to fit in with a group who really seem to love you for who you are, right? I don't know, just don't. It's like don't count your chickens before they've hatched or something. Don't don't pick something too early. Let something fully develop, let it play out. I think, you know, if you're feeling like you need to give up on a situation or block someone or something, I'd say don't do it in May, because I don't think you're seeing the situation fully. My advice as a reader, the way I'm kind of picking up on this, I want to say, give it another month. See what happens in June, see how the situation plays out, give it a little bit longer, because I think if you have a knee-jerk reaction, if you jump the gun, if you kind of like shut something down too soon before it's reached full maturity, I think you basically I think you'll regret it later. All right, I hope that's helpful. Let's get you one more song as well to close out the reading. So just back me up here, universe. Am I right? Am I right or am I right? What have you got for Virgo? I think it was Save Your Tears. I've got an advert play, but let me just close Spotify and open it again. Save Your Tears with Ariana Grande. Yeah, save your tears for another day. I saw you dancing in a crowded room. You look so happy when I'm not with you. But then you saw me, caught you by surprise, a single teardrop falling from your eye. I don't know why I run away. Yeah, you feel like you're running away, right? It's like this person, like, you look, this is it, you look so happy when I'm not with you, right? So it's like you're seeing someone who looks happy without you, and you're thinking that they don't like you or they don't want you. Again, you've got this kind of like ugly duckling mentality, this, and then it's like you saw me, caught me by surprise, a single teardrop falling from your eye. So this person does care about you. It's like, just because they're having fun with other people doesn't mean they don't care about you. You've got some attachment jealousy stuff coming up. And then I run away. I'll make you cry when I run away. Take me back because I want to stay. Save your tears for another day. I met you once under a Pisces moon. I kept my distance because I know that you don't like it when I'm with nobody else. I couldn't help it. I put you through hell. I kept my distance because I know that you don't like it when I'm with nobody else. I couldn't help it. I put you through hell. I realise that it's much too late and you deserve someone better. You've got your sad sack mode on. Something's causing you to go sad sack. Eeyore energy, right? You're gonna see something, you're gonna read the situation wrong. You're gonna kind of get into your own head about it, and it feels like cutting something off because you didn't understand the situation fully, and you know, attachment issues, jealousy got the better of you. That's how that feels to me. So watch out for it. Try not to do that. Try not to have that knee-jerk reaction. Give space, let it play out, let it percolate, and see what happens in June, right? Don't close that door before it's before you've seen the full picture. All right, I hope that helps. Do take care of yourselves, Virgos. I will see you again soon. Bye, friends.